Listen.
Hey Leslie, have you seen Avatar?
There was just recently a solar eclipse. Guys, we could have totally invaded the Fire Nation. Missed opportunity. Hello and welcome to my room. It is very messy. I did take the laundry off of my couch though, so that is something, I guess. I was gonna dress cute today. Did I dress cute? No, I didn't. I'm wearing a Grumpy Cat shirt that I cut up. So today we're doing something kind of pretty cool. I am very excited for this video, even though I'm not feeling like extra today. So today, what we're doing, to continue the trend of Avatar, we are going to do a very fun illustration. At least it's fun for me. This is selfish content time. We are going to be finding out what type of bender I would be in the Avatar universe. And then I'm going to do an illustration and do some character design. Bending, in my opinion, is probably the coolest magic system that there is or has been thought of. So I definitely have a bias here, but I really want to figure out, okay, like what kind of bender would I actually be? Not just what kind of bender would I selfishly like to be. So I'm going to be using several different criteria to figure that out. Those criteria are what kind of bender I feel like I am. I'm going to take 3 quizzes about what kind of bender I would be. And then I'm going to figure out what kind of bender hands I have using several different bender hand charts. So I also have a bit of a call to action for you guys today. I'm challenging everyone who watches this video, if you're an artist or even if you aren't, to find out what kind of bender you would be and then draw yourself as a bender in the Avatar universe. I want this to be kind of an art challenge. There's a lot of art challenges out there today, and I'm about to hit a milestone on YouTube, so I think it would be fun to like host an art challenge. I'm not really hosting it, I'm just gonna be the first one to do it in this particular way. I think we should all add our drawings to the hashtag Bendersona challenge hashtag on Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube, literally wherever you want to post art. Twitter, I don't use Twitter, but you can also use Twitter if you want to. If you do this, please show it to me, send it to me on my Instagram. My Instagram is right here. So yeah, come draw some nerd stuff with me. I think this would be super fun. So we're gonna get right into it. I think I'm going to start with the most objective criteria that I have, which are the quizzes. I'm going to take 3 quizzes. If there's no commonality between the 3 quizzes and I'm just really stumped on what type of bender I am, if nothing else, we also have the criteria of the hand charts and how I feel. Honestly, the bending abilities remind me a lot like Hogwarts houses or something like that, and I know people get super into their Hogwarts houses. Maybe this can be something that's kind of similar. I don't think in the end it's going to end up being too difficult to find out what type of bender I am. I am an earthbender. I'm at kind of a loss here. 3 of the 5 quizzes say that I'm an earthbender, but I pretty much 0% feel like an earthbender. It doesn't intrigue me. I mean, it's rocks. My second place on all of the quizzes that I took, I feel more airbender than I do earthbender. I feel the most internally in my soul because I'm an emo kid, like a firebender. What do I do with this situation? I don't know. I am spending too much time on this. I know. Hi, are you busy? Hi, I'm filming right now.
Oh, hi.
I'm trying to do the whole bender thing, right? I thought I'd bring in a third party. Oh. Hey fellas, so when I started this drawing, I still didn't know exactly what kind of bender I wanted to draw myself as, so I figured I'd start by doing some bending poses to see how I feel. There were a couple of air poses in there, but obviously it gravitated the most towards firebender, so that's what I went with. Even though I do this with clients a lot, I always find it really hard to design and focus on an illustration at the same time, so I decided to begin with a proper reference of my bender gal. I didn't rely too heavily on shape language or other key design elements because I wanted to have a lot of fun with this, but a lot of that ended up being subliminal anyway. You can see a triangle with a strong grounded base happening with her pants. Triangles are typically active shapes in shape language, representing danger, agility, and energy, while squares are typically grounded shapes. They typically represent balance, stubbornness, and determination. Energy and groundedness are definitely traits I identify with. I didn't focus too much on her pose or body type. I could have drawn her with a bit more of an accurate body type because I'm definitely not that fit. But hey, I've been training a lot recently, so I guess this is wishful thinking. I wanted to get a focus on Fire Nation clothing and the types of colors they use, so I gathered a bunch of references from Book 3 of Team Avatar's outfits to help me out. There's a lot of variation in the style of clothing, but there was some consistency. The costumes generally showed a decent amount of skin and had heavier leg coverings. Each of Team Avatar's outfits also showed a good bit of their personality, so those are the design trends that I went with. For the clothing of my Bendersona, I focused on the types of clothes I wear in warmer weather. I like to wear a lot of cropped t-shirts and tank tops, so that definitely came through in the top. I gave her some cool anime-esque arm wraps to balance out the design, some heavy parachute pants with draping fabrics, and some matching boots. Her hair was a huge challenge for me since my haircut doesn't seem too Fire Nation. You can see me struggling a bit while I was sketching to see how different hairstyles looked. Ultimately, I just added a little ponytail at the end of my current haircut with a Fire Nation headpiece and called it a day. I don't think the accuracy of hair is too important for this design since I have pink hair, I'm not from the Fire Nation, and I'm also not Asian. I definitely wanted to incorporate that flame motif into the front part of her design, especially close to her face since the flame headpiece and top knot seems to be very popular in the Fire Nation. So I added one long fire earring to her design as well as a flame button at the top of her shirt. So now on to some higher concept ideas of how she would fit into the Avatar world. I had the idea that, like me, she can be an artist, using her fire to make abstract art and lightning generation to make cool drawings and fractal patterns in different materials. I'm thinking with the discovery that Zuko and Aang made about the true meaning of fire, firebending would find other practical uses after the war. Using firebending for artistic expression seems like it would be an accurate development. I feel like she would probably need some added precision to her lightning bending if she were to use it to create art, so I gave her a fire tattoo that runs from her stomach to the tips of her fingers to help her focus her chi. Iroh describes the stomach as the sea of chi in the show, and that power in firebending comes from the breath. You can see examples of tattoos helping to focus chi in Avatar numerous times, from airbenders getting tattoos on their light chakras down their spines, to the combustion benders tattooing their light chakra to help focus energy in their bodies to create explosions. I also did some research while filming this video into what chemicals make fire burn in different colors. Sodium chloride burns yellow, alcohol and certain salts burn blue, potassium chloride burns purple, and lithium chloride burns pink. So, I didn't have time to design this for her, but I'm thinking that she might also use her firebending as a performance art and have some cool gloves that release different chemicals so she can burn them during performances and create different colored flames. I think these Bendersonas are a good way to explore cool new ideas of using bedding in the Avatar universe. So if you do this challenge, also think about how your Bendersona could fit into the Avatar world post-war and use their skills resourcefully. We can already see a lot of examples of this in The Legend of Korra, like how the police use metal bending to maneuver quickly across Republic City, or how lightning benders are employed as a means of sustainable energy. I didn't just want to design this episode, I also wanted to draw my Bendersona in action, so I chose one of the figure drawing poses from earlier to finish into a full illustration. I had a lot of fun working on this, but I didn't really have a clear vision for the illustration itself. I think it suffered a lot because of this, and I'm not extremely pleased with the end product. I do really like how her pose came out though, so that's a plus. I wanted to draw her firebending and lightning bending, and I think those two light sources ended up being a tall order. Things just look kinda messy, the focal points are pretty rough. Overall, there's just a lot of muddy color happening, no really big focus here. The sunset setting I ended up choosing gave me yet another light source to worry about, so the rendering phase got away from me quite a bit. Regardless, I did really enjoy working on it, and I have a nice illustration to show for it. I especially love drawing lightning. I'm still working on figuring out how to draw fire that doesn't just look like squiggles, but I'm mostly alright with this. I don't really have much else to say, so I'm just gonna keep on rendering for a couple minutes here. here are the finished pieces. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing the design process here. Hello and welcome to a place that isn't my backyard. I encourage all of you, if you want to join in on this challenge, which you definitely really should, please send your drawings to me and post them on the hashtag on Instagram and all the places. I want us to support each other, to support the community. There's a doggo behind me. She's beautiful. I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Mostly share the video and like get it engaged. That way it gets a lot of views. That way more people will see the challenge and more people will join in and be inspired to like draw and work on their design skills and all that kind of stuff. Like, I know sometimes it can be hard to feel inspired. It can be hard to like enjoy drawing and do like artistic self-care, but I think it's very important for all of us. And I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. I'm like super excited for this because I had so much fun doing it and I can't wait for you guys to have fun doing it. I believe in my heart that everyone can learn something from the media that we consume, even children's media, animation. Animation is such a amazing medium. It is such a good means of communicating ideas and concepts, especially to our youth and younger audiences. Thank you guys so much for watching, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. I am shooketh because we hit 10K this week, and I think next week we're gonna be celebrating that. If you wanna join in on our 10K celebration, I'm actually going to be choosing one of your artworks to redraw. I have all the information on that on our community tab, so just look at the information on there and you can see where to send in your submissions for that. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining in on the challenge if you do. Thank you for 10K, and I will see you lads in next week's video. Goodbye. Would you like to be on camera? Here she is. This is Candy. She's the sweetest little girl in the world. I love watching her. I am her fairly consistent dog sitter, doggy aunt, and I love her so much. Oh, she just did a flop. We have another one here. This beautiful loaf is Stevie. My friend has like 6 cats. She does not like being held. Good babies. Subscribe!